You Google his name, there's a rumor that pops up that he was Diddy's boy toy.
Oh,
right.
Wait, so this is
So Charlamagne said
It's not true, but I told
It's not true.
after he brought up this stuff with you, I said, you know what 50 gonna say when he meets you?
Oh no, I don't know that was going on.
You know,
I can't wait to run into him again.
what you gonna say to him?
Fuck, you was playing with your in Miami.
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress wearing people before him.
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
Wow.
Kevin Hart has freaked out as 50 Cent has come forward with a leaked video of Kevin and Diddy allegedly linked to Diddy's notorious escapades. Whispers on the street grow louder as more individuals tied to Diddy face exposure for their roles in enabling and concealing his behavior. Now, it seems Kevin Hart is slated to join the ranks of those implicated. Freshly surfaced footage from Diddy's gatherings unmistakably implicates Kevin as an involved attendee reportedly privy to Diddy's disturbing behavior towards young individuals. Rumors are rife that Kevin is now in a state of agitation, realizing the potential legal jeopardy he faces alongside Diddy. Desperate attempts to distance himself from Diddy and feign ignorance seem futile in the age of the indelible internet. Will Kevin Hart find himself ensnared in Diddy's legal quagmire?
You know it was in Miami. Yo, look, that's what James Cruz used to say all the time. Miami. He's like, Miami. I was like, what's the matter? What you talking about, Miami? What happened in Miami?
All right, folks, it seems like Diddy isn't the Lone Ranger caught up in this current debacle. Reports suggest that some of his closest associates are also implicated in the mess he's found himself in. You're probably aware by now that the feds are leveling RICO charges against Diddy and his cohorts, sending shockwaves through anyone linked to him. RICO charges are serious business, sparking widespread panic among those associated with Diddy. Since this bombshell dropped, fans have been buzzing, speculating about who might be next in line after Diddy. Various names have been tossed around, including Jay-Z, Young Miami, Cuba Gooding Jr., and many others. However, there's a name that seems to have slipped from memory: Kevin Hart. Yet, it appears his time might be up too, thanks to a resurfaced viral video from one of Diddy's parties. Let me tell you, it's wild. We all know the reputation of Diddy's gatherings, right? So when Diddy's name is mentioned in relation to parties, you can expect some drama. Kevin wasn't just a guest. The new footage shows he was actively involved in planning and hosting these events. It's quite the spectacle. Diddy's son, Justin, was spotted at these wild parties despite being quite young at the time. It's hard to believe he was of legal age, judging by the footage. Yet somehow, Diddy deemed it acceptable to have him around. It's no surprise then that Justin found himself named in Lil Rod's lawsuit, accused of being a recruiter for his father. Diddy really exposed him to a lot of messy situations from a young age. It might be too late to intervene now, but it's certainly concerning. This particular gathering took a turn for the wild, with women lounging about everywhere, even in the bathtub. However, the real eyebrow raiser wasn't the abundance of women. It was the peculiar atmosphere that enveloped the place. As is customary in Diddy's gatherings, suspicion crept in swiftly when Kevin and the camera crew ventured into the bedroom. Things took an unexpected turn. Diddy's request for Kevin to maintain a distance from the bed and his awkward "no homo" joke raised red flags, especially odd considering their closeness the night prior. It definitely added a layer of suspicion to the whole affair. Considering the persistent rumors about Diddy's sexuality since the 90s, it seems his attempts to deflect them with a no homo stance haven't quite had the desired effect. Instead, these allegations have only gained traction, with many scrutinizing his actions. Now let me clarify, I'm not passing judgment on Diddy's personal choices. I understand the complexities of the entertainment industry and the pressures it can impose on individuals to hide their true selves. However, what's troubling here are the accusations of him allegedly exploiting those under his authority, betraying their trust, and violating their rights. According to reports, there's widespread awareness within the industry about Diddy's involvement with younger boys. However, many chose to remain silent, turning a blind eye due to Diddy's significant influence. One individual unafraid to speak out against Diddy's actions is 50 Cent, known for his intolerance of such behavior. 50 Cent has been criticizing Diddy since the 90s. It seems their feud is enduring, as 50 Cent refuses to let bygones be bygones consistently throwing shade at Diddy.
Says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. He says something fabulous and he goes, yo, no, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What are you talking about? And when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable.
Initially, there were a few sarcastic remarks circulating about Diddy's discreet lifestyle, reminiscent of the instance when someone mentioned Diddy's attempt to take them shopping. However, the encounter left them feeling so uneasy that they couldn't help but question Diddy's intentions, labeling him as suspicious. But when Diddy was questioned about it during an interview, he spun a different tale. According to him, the reason he suggested taking 50 Cent shopping was because he felt 50 needed a wardrobe refresh and some new threads to level up. Oh, the subtle dig. He even alleged that 50 had pulled the same move on him, asking to be taken shopping. He persistently dragged Diddy along the years, like that instance when he shared a picture of Diddy and Rick Ross appearing to share an intimate moment, accompanied by the caption, "Something ain't right," a trademark 50 Cent move. Even when 50 Cent was under the weather, confined to his bed, he couldn't resist taking jabs at Diddy. Remember that time he said, "I could no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay, happy you are now left under the leadership of Daddy." Report to the nearest rainbow. It makes you wonder why he was hospitalized, especially considering the swirling allegations about Diddy's involvement in unsavory activities. But 50 Cent isn't alone in calling out Diddy for his questionable behavior with younger men.
We trying to shake up the world, baby. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do some here. You know what I mean? I got in my Diddy mode. I'm sorry, I started licking my lip. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshka skooshmash. You gave me the ooshka smooth, the smooshmash. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You gave me the ooshka smooth.
Even Kevin Hart caught on to Diddy's suspicious words, sensing a slip-up. Diddy, realizing his mistake, swiftly diverted the conversation by grabbing Kevin's neck. It was clear he was on the verge of revealing too much about himself. But this wasn't the only instance of Diddy's slip-ups regarding his peculiar relationship with Usher. In another clip, he vaguely hinted at intimate encounters, claiming he allegedly used to position Usher on a counter. Isn't it intriguing how Diddy seems to open up about odd things whenever Kevin Hart is around? It really makes you wonder what dynamic they share. Plus, there's this rumor circulating that Diddy supposedly gave Usher herpes, and supposedly Kim Porter was going to address it in her book before she passed away. One might ponder the curious circumstances surrounding Diddy's apparent influence over Usher to the extent of them sharing a bed without anyone raising an eyebrow. Here's the twist. Usher was initially signed by Ella Reid, a close pal of Diddy. Oddly enough, despite Reid being the designated guardian, Usher found himself spending more time under Diddy's wing. It gets stranger when Reid decides to ship off 14-year-old Usher to live with Diddy under the guise of mentorship. But let's call it what it is, a dubious arrangement. After all, Reid was no novice in the entertainment world, so his decision raises suspicions of a deeper plot. Usher candidly revealed that plenty of questionable and unconventional events unfolded at Diddy's residence, including raucous gatherings. He acknowledged that it was inappropriate for Diddy to introduce him to such a lifestyle at such a tender age. Speaking on Howard Stern's show, Usher shared for the first time his personal experiences of life within Diddy's realm. The fact that he refuted the presence of women at the gatherings, suggesting curiosity instead, has stirred speculation about covert activities transpiring at those events. Given the accusations surrounding Diddy's involvement in such activities, this revelation isn't entirely unexpected. In another interview, he hinted at inappropriate behavior involving him and Diddy. Hesitantly, Usher's reluctance to divulge further details was evident, leaving the interviewer surprised by his restraint. "I aim to preserve some material for my future book," he hinted cryptically, suggesting that there were plenty of risk encounters transpiring, hinting at a lot of intimate moments. It's crazy how they were right under our noses all along, putting on a front, but somehow we couldn't see it or didn't pay enough attention. That leaked footage of Kevin Hart at Diddy's wild parties, confessing to some shady dealings with Usher, is definitely making Kevin sweat. Those potential legal charges are no joke, and they could come back to haunt him.
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, check out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented.
Doing deeds like Diddy's are reprehensible and merit confinement. It's baffling that such behavior persists. Many insiders in the industry were aware of these transgressions yet remained silent. Does their silence not imply complicity? Even Kevin Hart, who emerged seemingly out of nowhere, can't feign ignorance regarding Diddy's actions. Despite his rise to fame, Hart's comedic prowess doesn't justify turning a blind eye to the truth. Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.